Here are three pictures. We have pure milk, pure salt, and pure ghee. How do we judge whether milk, ghee, butter, salt, juice or other materials that we buy from the market are pure? For a common man, something that is not adulterated is pure. So pure means unadulterated. So I repeat, pure means no adulteration, no impurities in it. But for a chemist, there is a different meaning for pure. We will learn that for a chemist what you mean by pure. For a chemist, milk is not pure. For a chemist, in chemistry, ghee is not pure. To understand this, let us go back to the earlier chapter, the first chapter. And in that earlier chapter, we had learned that matter was made up of particles. Okay, we learned matter was made up of particles. Later on, however, we will learn these particles could be atoms or could be molecules. That we will learn in the later chapters. What are atoms and what are molecules? Now, depending on this kind of particles, we can classify things as pure or impure. If the substance is made up of same type of particles, it is said to be pure. But however, if that same substance is made up of different types of particles, if it has different types of particles, it is said to be impure or not pure. So what you mean by pure is same type of particles is pure, different type of particles it is impure. Now let's look at this thing here, definition of pure substance. A substance that contains only one type of particles. Like in this picture you can see these are all molecules here, but all have only one type of molecules. And in this next picture here we have more than one type of substance. There are two types of molecules in this. Here also there are two types of molecules, two types of particles, different particles. So it is called a mixture and it is impure. Now that we have learned what are pure substances and mixtures, let's identify each of these, are they pure or not. Here the first one is of ice. Now, is ice pure? We know ice is made up of water. It's frozen liquid water. And if you can see the particles of ice, they will be made particles of water, which has got here, which I'm drawing. It has got two hydrogens and one oxygen. So water is each particle is this, which one? Here. So we have one particle of oxygen with two atoms of hydrogen attached to it. So all particles in ice are the same. They are not different. Same particles, which are molecules of water. Molecules of water. So will you call ice pure or a mixture? I think you'll have the answer. Ice will be pure because it is made up of the same kind of particles. Let us go to milk. Now, is milk pure or not pure? Now, if you look at milk, it's made up of different kinds of particles. Milk is made up of fat. There are particles of fat. Then there are particles of water. There are particles of proteins. Then there are particles of vitamins and minerals. There are also particles of carbohydrates. So since milk is made up of so many, this is milk, is made up of so many different particles, we will not call milk pure. So milk is not pure. It is made up of these different particles. In the next picture, we have bars of or rods of iron. Now in the rods of iron, if it's pure iron, you will just have one kind of particles, and these particles are those of the iron atom. All particles will be the same of iron atom. So we can say that it is pure. That iron rod, this substance is pure. Same kind of particles. Let us go to see hydrochloric acid. Now what is hydrochloric acid? We write it as 8Cl, which means it has got one atom of chlorine and a smaller atom of hydrogen. So here hydrochloric acid is made up of each molecule is made up of one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. So all the particles in hydrochloric acid is the same type of same particles because they're all same molecules. So if that is the case, it must be also pure. Hydrochloric acid also is pure. We had ice also that was pure, and we had iron also that was pure. Now next we go to, this is supposed to be calcium oxide. Calcium oxide. And again, as the word suggests, it must be made up of a calcium atom and an oxygen atom. So here's calcium oxide made up of a calcium and an oxygen atom. Now if you look in calcium oxide, all the particles are same. They have same particles made up of molecules of calcium oxide. So same particles, all particles same, so I will call it pure. Next we go to see mercury. Mercury is the only liquid metal, and if you look up in mercury, here you will have all same particles, same atoms, this one atom, and that is of mercury. So since the particles are same, we call this also pure. Now this next is a picture of bricks, and I have given you here a small, you don't need to remember this, but see what the bricks are made up of. The bricks that we make, we use in our homes, are made up of silica, alumina, lime, iron oxide, magnesia. So you definitely know that bricks are not pure. Why? Because they're made up of different kinds of particles. So here I have put here, bricks are made up of different types of particles, and because they are different types of particles, different particles, I can say it is impure. Bricks are impure. Now look at wood. If you see wood, if it was made up of same kind of particles, it would have a same look. But you can see in the wood, some parts are light, some parts are dark, which definitely wood is made up of different kinds of particles. So wood is not pure, it's a mixture, impure, or it is a mixture. Mixture are things that are made up of two or more particles. Now let's look at air. What is air? Now here I've given you the components of air. See, if you look here, the air is made up of like nitrogen, then it is made up of oxygen molecules. It's made up of carbon dioxide. Then also we have water in it. We have dust particles and many other gases and other gases. So you'll definitely agree that air is not pure. It is a mixture. And here last I have muddy water, and I don't even need to explain this. You look at the picture. What is muddy water? Mud mixed with water, and it is definitely impure. It is a mixture. It is made up of different particles. So we have learnt what are pure and what are impure substances or mixtures. Just to summarize, we said ice was pure, Milk was not pure. Iron rods were pure. Hydrochloric acid was pure because all the molecules were of the same type, made of hydrogen and chlorine, each molecule of each particle of the same type. Calcium oxide was also pure. The molecules were made up of two different atoms, but all the particles were of the same type, calcium oxide. Mercury was pure. Brick was not pure because it was made up of different type of particles. Wood is not pure because it has got different shades, dark and light. Hence, we can say it is not made up of same type of particles. And then we had air is definitely not pure because it's a mixture of gases, and muddy water was not pure too.